Before the flood, before Noah built the ark, before the world was destroyed, the Bible describes something strange, something most people skip over, something mysterious and terrifying. In just a few verses, hidden in Genesis chapter 6, the scriptures introduce beings known as the Nephilim. Giants, warriors, the offspring of something unnatural, and surrounding them is one of the oldest mysteries in human history. Who were the Watchers? Genesis says this: "The sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose." Then comes the line that has haunted readers for thousands of years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days. But who were these sons of God? And why did their arrival happen just before the flood? Ancient Jewish tradition answered. According to texts such as the Book of Enoch, these beings were watchers, angels assigned to observe humanity. But something changed. They descended to earth, took human wives, and according to the ancient account, corrupted the world. The Watchers were said to teach forbidden knowledge, weapons of war, sorcery, astrology, secrets humanity was never meant to possess. And from their union came the Nephilim. The Bible gives almost no detail about them, which only deepens the mystery. Some believe they were literal giants. Others think they were mighty rulers or violent warriors. But nearly every interpretation agrees on one thing. Their existence marked a world descending into chaos. Genesis describes the earth becoming filled with violence. Corruption spread everywhere. Humanity had crossed a line. And then here comes one of the darkest verses in the Bible. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth. Something had gone terribly wrong, not just morally, but spiritually. The world before the flood was no longer the world God intended. Then came Noah, a single man described as righteous in a collapsing civilization. While the world ignored the warnings, he built the ark, and the flood came. Ancient traditions say the flood was not only a judgment against humans, but evil against the corruption unleashed by the Watchers. A reset, a cleansing, a line drawn across history itself. But the mystery never disappeared. Because after the flood, the Bible still mentions giants, the Anakim, the Rephaim, and eventually Goliath, echoes of something ancient, something not fully gone. Today, the story of the Watchers and the Nephilim continues to fascinate millions. Why? Because Genesis 6 feels different. It reads like a fragment of a lost world, a memory from the edge of human history, a story filled with divine beings, forbidden knowledge, giants, judgment, and fear. And perhaps the strangest part of all, the Bible never fully explains it. It simply leaves the mystery there, waiting. Who were the Watchers? What were the Nephilim? And why does Genesis place them at the doorway of the flood? Maybe the ancient world knew something we have forgotten.